What's up guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Lion, and if you guys read the title of this video, you already know what you're doing in my bathroom. Well, that sounded a little creepy. The reason why I'm making this video today is because if you guys are like me and you like a skin fade, or you like to keep a pretty short beard, you guys are going to the barber shop pretty often. Now I go to the barber about twice a month or every 2 weeks at the very least, and if there are any special event or any other reason that I wanted to keep a little bit more fresh, then I go 3 and sometimes even 4 times a month. Now what I usually do at the barber shop is pretty simple. So I usually keep pretty short skin fade on the sides here. So I start at 0, almost like a shave, and going up all the way to the top here. Now the top, I don't always cut when I'm at the barber shop, so I cut it every, I would say 2 or 3 sessions. I don't do it every single time. I do the same thing with my beard. So if my skin fade starts over here with my hairline, I would basically go down into a skin fade on my beard as well and just work my way up and keep it a little bit longer at my mustache area and my beard. So as you guys can see, this hair right now is pretty much, it's almost, I would say, I'm 2 days shy of 2 weeks after my last appointment at the barber shop. So this is 2 weeks, and as you can see, the skin fade does not look fresh at all. And like I said, if I really want to keep it fresh all the time, I gotta go at least once a week. But I think that that's way too expensive in terms of money and in terms of my time, so I just try to keep it down to 2 weeks. My beard, on the other hand, grows a lot faster than my hair, which requires me to pretty much trim my beard every 3 to 4 days at home by myself, because if I don't do that, I just walk around looking homeless all the time. Like I said, I go to the barber shop twice a month and I pay about $30 per session, which makes about 60 bucks a month. And if you multiply that over the course of the year, we're looking at about $660 over the course of the year, which I find is a lot of money just to keep my hair fresh. Now another reason, and I think the main reason why I want to do this video for you guys today, is because I feel going to the barbershop is a huge time wasting activity. Now aside actually from making the appointment with your barber and trying to find a time that works for both of you, going to the barbershop, and I know that there are pretty much 2 kinds of barbershops. Now the ones that do appointments and the ones that you call your barber or have an online system for booking appointments, and another type of barbershop which basically have no appointments and you just show up and wait for your turn. Now regardless of which one it is, whether I made an appointment or I did not and I just came in and sat down, I still had to wait on average, I would say about 30, maybe 40, sometimes up to an hour before actually sitting in the chair and getting my hair cut. And then my haircut would take another 30 minutes to 45 minutes. So basically every time I would need to go to the barbershop, I know that I would be wasting at least an hour and a half to 2 hours of my time just being at the barbershop. Aside from the 2 hours that I have to spend at the barbershop, either waiting for my haircut or actually getting my haircut, I would have to come home afterwards. And obviously we're also counting the time that it takes to get to the barbershop, come back from the barbershop, and then we would also have to, at the time that would take us to take a shower, style our hair, you know, wash our hair and all that. So what I'm trying to say is that going to the barbershop, not only it is expensive, I find, financially, but it is also something that takes a lot of time. And so what I'm trying to do today, this is my very first time saying that I'm going to actually do my own fade and cut my own hair. I've never cut my own hair in the past. This is going to be my first time. I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know if it's going to come out good. All I know is that I've seen my barber do it to my hair about 1,000 times, and I don't think it's that complicated. So anyways, without further ado, let me tell you first, before I even begin, what I have with me, what kind of tools am I working with in order to make this happen. So the first thing that you probably gonna need is definitely a trimmer. Now, like I said, I bought this trimmer about, let me show it to you. I bought this trimmer, it's a wall. I bought this trimmer about, I would say a couple years ago. I bought it specifically because I wanted to start trimming my beard more often than I go to the barbershop. So like I said, since I trim my beard every 3 to 4 days, I wanted something that's reliable. I wanted something that's going to work. I think it was about 50 to 60, maybe even $70. So it's not expensive. And if you guys decide to, you know, cut your own beard or cut your own hair, this is definitely not a huge investment, and you're gonna be able to get your money back very, very quickly. Alright guys, so let's get started. Now, before we jump into it, I just wanted to sort of walk you through the strategy that I'm going to adopt in order to do this. Now, like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I am a little bit nervous, but I have seen my barber do it about 1,000 times on me, so I should be able to replicate that, right? I guess we'll find out in the next couple of minutes. So, What I'm gonna try to do, and this is what my barber pretty much does every single time that I go see him. So he starts off by lying down basically a mark, right? A marker at the beginning. So he lies down basically a quick marker at the beginning all around my hair over here and all the way down to the other side where he's going to have basically the lowest setting possible, which is the shortest hair, which is like a skin fade. So, and he usually uses another trimmer afterwards to really give it that skin fade look, really give it that slick, you know, very clean shave at the very low end over here. So what I'm gonna try to do, and I'm gonna take my clipper over here and I'm gonna put it all the way closed, which is basically the lowest and the shortest setting, and I'm gonna try to basically do the same thing. I'm gonna give it a line, I'm gonna start low, and I'm gonna give it a line all the way around to the other side of my head. Now I'm gonna try to keep it as straight as possible, so this might take a couple of minutes, so I might, if necessary, do a time lapse and then basically squeeze in a couple of my notes in the meantime. So let's get started. Let's just make sure that you can see me here. All right, so like I said, this is going to be my marker, so I'm gonna look at basically right under my temple and I'm gonna start doing my marker right over here. So, this is nerve-wracking, but let's do it. Alright, so both sides are pretty much done now. Now, if it's your first time and you're doing this like me, you might want to go a little bit slower on the first time just to make sure that you got the straight line, and know that the more you do it, the faster you're going to become. So you might not save a whole bunch of time on the first time you're doing it yourself versus going to the barber shop, but it's definitely going to save you a lot of time down the line after doing it over and over and over again, and you get better at it. Alright guys, so now that we did that, now that we did our shortest setting, right? So now that we did all the way around and we marked up the entire line, what I'm going to try to do right now is I'm going to see what's the longest setting. So basically I'm going to try to go all the way, you see that hair before it connects to the hairline when it's long and where I'm not going to touch, to where it's still short over here. What I'm going to do is basically, since we already know what the shortest setting is, I'm going to try to find out what the lowest setting is. If you see over here, I already started just to give it a try, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the number 1, which is 1/8 of an inch. I'm gonna open up the trimmer all the way to the open position, and this is going to be the longest over here. And then what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna basically try to find out as I go down, try to really mix and match so there's no lines. So in theory, that's what I'm trying to do, but we'll see how it actually works out. So again, what I'm gonna try to do is put the 1/8 of an inch, and I'm going to just start from the very top. Now, what I'm trying to do here, so again, I'm going all the way up, but be very careful, because what you don't want happening is you don't want to catch some of that hair on top, because that's going to go very, very short. That's going to mess up your entire haircut. So what you're going to try to do is go very, very slow. And when you come up, try to flicker the trimmer up so it basically doesn't catch the hair on the top of your head. Alright, now it's definitely a little bit harder in the back because you can't see yourself, and even through the mirror it's kind of hard to bring it to that very specific line all the way in the back of your head. But with a little bit more time, with a little practice, you're definitely going to get better at it. So now that I've basically done my entire outline all the way around, what I'm going to try to do, what I'm curious about doing, is actually trying to see if I can really just start erasing that line all the way over here. Alright, I know it's not perfect, but check it out. So this side is kind of getting a lot better. So if you see, I brought basically the line a little bit higher over here, and at this point I'm going to Again, have it open all the way up, but I'm going to start flicking in order to really match it up with the top. Not too bad. So while I do see that there's a line over here at the top, which I'm going to work on in a second, what I also see is that the line that we had over here right across of our temple over here, we were able to eliminate quite a lot of that, if not everything, right now. So as you can see, again, there's a top line over here, there's a top line over here that we're going to work on, but the line between my temple and going up is kind of cleared out. So this is basically exactly what I was trying to do, and let's do the back now. Alright guys, so what you can see is basically the temple lines, which were all the way around here. As you can see, we did a pretty good job eliminating them, so we don't really see them that much anymore. So if you see in the back, around this side, I know it's not 100% perfect, but I am going to do a last little pass at the end, and I'm going to make sure that this is very, very clean. But what the problem is right now, what I see is that we should really do another pass on the top line. So again, we're going to start at the longest, and then we're going to work our way down to the shortest setting possible. Alright, so this is what we got. Pretty much done. I am happy with the lines. So it might not be 100% perfect, but I think it's good enough for the first time. The only other thing that I kind of think I might need to buy for my next time is that I need to buy one of those, you know, skin faders. So skin clippers, I guess. This one, so this is the shortest setting that it could do, but I really want something that you could really see the skin. So I thought it was, you know, those little buzzers there, either that or like a smaller trimmer that can go all the way down to your skin and almost like a shave. I'm also going to do my beard real quick while I'm at it, since I'm already in a puddle of my own hair here, and might as well just do my beard. So I'm gonna do my beard, then I'm gonna take a shower, and I'm gonna style my hair a little bit, clean it up, and then hopefully it's gonna look nice. So let me do the beard real quick. So again, what I'm doing for the beard is pretty similar to what I did to my hair. So instead of going up, I'm gonna go basically down. So I'm gonna start at the same skin fade that I have over here, and I'm gonna go lower down. But first, what I wanna do is I wanna basically set the longest setting possible. And for that, I'm just gonna again take the 1/8, which is the number 1 head, and I'm gonna put it down all the way to closed actually, because I want it nice and neat and clean. So I'm gonna put it all the way to close, and I'm gonna start in my mustache and my beard, and then I'm gonna like start fading these ones a little bit shorter afterwards. So let's get started. Alright, so that's pretty short. So basically what I did again, as I went through the entire beard and it just shortened down to 1/8 of an inch at the shortest setting on the trimmer possible. Now what I want to do is I still want a little bit of a fade. Now although I know that it's pretty short over here, I still want a bit of a fade. So I'm going to go take off the head over here, open it up to the max, and I'm going to try to fade this over here a little bit. Alright, so what I did basically, I went on both sides of my beard and mustache over here. I went on both sides and I did the open to the max, and now here it's supposed to be even shorter, so I'm going to close it down. And as it happens, it's basically the same setting that I put on the top of my head over here, so it's gonna be nice and clean. Alright, so this is it. The only thing that I can do right now is that I have to wait till I take a shower and basically just shave, as I'm gonna shave the line over here nice and clean. Alright, so this was pretty much it. Let me take a quick shower and I'll show you what the final result looks like. And here you go. Alright guys, so I just showered and I just blew dry my hair. So although I could see there's a couple of lines here and there that aren't 100% perfect, I think overall it was really worth the exercise. I like the look, it's definitely a lot fresher. I did my beard, I did my fade. I was a little bit nervous about doing it, but once doing it, it's really no big deal and it's not that difficult. If I had to do somebody else's hair, it would be even easier. So doing your own, the challenge is really trying to, do the back while looking in the mirror, which is definitely the hardest thing about doing your own hair. But doing somebody else's, I will definitely be able to, reach a similar and a clean result as well. Alright guys, so this is pretty much it. We're done here. Again, I'm satisfied with the result and it's probably gonna get better and better the more I do it. Just one thing before I let you go, this video is really not about a how-to and a perfect way to do your own fade. Like I said, this is my very first time doing it. All I was trying to do is basically just motivate you. If some of you want to do your own hair, don't be afraid. Just, grab a trimmer, buy one, and just get started. Worst comes to worst, you'll shave it off, or worst comes to worst, you just get better over time. So thanks very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.